And welcome to G's Kitchen. We're Oxtail with you. So first I'm gonna go over the ingredients. So we're gonna begin with the oxtail. So we got 3 pounds of oxtail right here. Oxtail, we wash it with some vinegar, or some folks use lemon. The ingredients we're gonna use today are gonna be some chopped up tomatoes, 1 tomato, some bell pepper. This is half a bell pepper cut up, probably a handful, or pimento seeds. And here we got some thyme, a couple strips of thyme, a half of onions, and some scallion. Just to give you a good some garlic powder, which is 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. There's some island spice, oxtail seasoning. We got 2.5 teaspoons. Larry seasoned salt. We got 1 teaspoon of Larry seasoned salt, along with 1.5 teaspoons of black pepper. 1 teaspoon of garlic, pure garlic chopped, and some molasses. Now the molasses is basically gonna give our oxtail some coloring. So this is all the stuff we use for marinating. I'm gonna add all this in the oxtail so we can get it. I'm gonna start off with the seasoned salt and the black pepper. There you go, oxtail. Just simply apply evenly. Garlic powder, the oxtail seasoning, I'm gonna apply that as well. Now be careful when you apply the oxtail seasoning with your seasoned salt, because it's already a little bit salty as it is. So please, always again. So we're gonna put the molasses in, just maybe a teaspoon or so. Just simply apply it over your meat. Okay, so after all those ingredients are in, there's some ingredients we will apply later on in the sauteing process of the oxtail. So now we're gonna apply the seasoning in the meat. Notice I got my gloves on, so we're gonna get down. We're gonna get that seasoning on all your meat right now. So here we go. We got our meat well seasoned, and voila. That's how it looks, a little seasoning on it. And again, so we're gonna put this down for a couple minutes, let it sit. Okay guys, so here we are again, 30 minutes later. Now, we got our oxtail, well marinated. I hope you guys are enjoying the music in the back. Now remember, when we first started, we spoke about making a healthier product today, right? So basically, next steps are put the oxtail on your pan. We're gonna put this pan inside the oven. Here go a rack. Here go your pan. It looks like similar to a cookie sheet, maybe slightly deeper. So here goes. Just place your oxtail evenly on your can. I have the oven on right now at 375 degrees. So that should take your fit. Now this not only melts the fat off, we're gonna put it in, let it brown, get that nice brown glaze on, after which we're gonna put it inside a pressure cooker for a little while to let it get tender. Just have a look what it looks like. Here, oxtail even laid out in your pan, ready to go in the oven. Now the oxtail were in the oven, and they've been in there for 4 to 5 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and get it looking great. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. So, a very important step I want to point out to you guys that I failed to mention before. When you put your oxtail in the oven, the marinating sauce that's left over from your oxtail, you don't want to throw that away. You want to save that sauce, refrigerate it, and that's going to be part of your broth or your gravy base, so to speak. So we're going to add that to the pressure cooker. I have the pressure cooker right here, and basically this is going to simmer that meat down, drop all the bone. Here we go. So we have our sauce here. I already have the water, and we got the oxtail. So we're going to get the oxtails inside of the pressure cooker. Okay. Ingredients, sorry, to the broth. We're not going to use all of the peppers. We're going to add just a few peppers to the broth for flavoring, rather. And then the remaining portion of it, the other half of it, we'll add to the stovetop portion of the cooking. So let's use approximately half of what you have or what you prepared, and the other half, of course, we add to the stovetop. So now we're going to add this to your pressure cooker. Now there's one other ingredient we're going to add in here, and this is some ginger, okay? Mashed up so it can get infused inside the gravy. Okay, of course, our water line is kind of low, but add your water to your line. Don't fill it all the way up. Just a little to your line, so we could get ready to go. We don't want to good to go. We're gonna put this on the stove for a little while, and we'll be final leg of cooking this oxtail. You guys gonna be saying, "Man, it's taking kind of long," but guess what? Good things require its process. Okay, so that's the process. So anyway, I'm gonna get the oxtail. The pressure just finished. So get a pressure cooker. Now I want you guys out there to be very careful with pressure cooker because we don't want anyone to hurt themselves. Okay, so you want to do when the pressure cooker just come off the stove is to put it under some cold water, let it run over it without opening, maybe a minute or so. Okay, little pressure release button on top here. Just press it, and as you do that, some of the steam will come out. And even with that, be careful you don't want to burn yourself. Okay, and then after that it's cooled down and you test the pressure and it's not much pressure there. At that point, you could, of course, the pressure process took approximately 30 minutes. Oh, this is what we look like as it stands right here. We're gonna pour this out inside our cook pot. All right, so we're gonna level that out in the pot. Here goes a good look so far. So you have your gravy, you got your bean, the oxtails. Okay, so we're just gonna add a few things to the oxtail for taste as well as a little more color. This is just a teaspoon of molasses. Okay, added with a quarter cup of water. Again, just for taste. We're gonna put it over it. Those pimento seeds I mentioned earlier. We're gonna add about 15, maybe even 20 throughout it. You know, again, that's just a little flavor for taste. Just sprinkle it evenly across. We mentioned garlic earlier, but we never did put it in. Half a spoon of garlic. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so we have the other ingredients. We could go in and put on the thyme, some onions, pepper. All right, now you're gonna add your tomatoes. Okay, now we got everything in except for our last piece, which is the butter bean. Oxtail. Sorry. I'm gonna add the butter beans. Goes on. You will just stir that in. Okay? So, oxtail, butter beans. Go on the stove. Let it simmer a little bit. All right, guys. So we're back for the final results. Okay? But a couple things that I want to go over with the process. The oxtail took approximately 2 hours to cook from we start to finish. Don't forget to stir it as you go. You know, checking on it every maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Just kind of stir it to make sure it don't get stuck to the bottom of the pot. And please don't forget, remember when we started we mentioned a healthy product. A healthy oxtail we bake it in the oven. So as the oxtail started to cook, all the fat started to melt off. And look at what I got off of it, out of there. So you get one of them ladles and you just take it out of your stew. Okay, looking good. And then we got the oxtail, just the same, on the oxtail. And just to give you a snapshot of the final touch, here we go. A plate of rice and peas and oxtail. All right, Sunday dinner. Looking very nice.